Thanks to the support as a channel member, Grant Charman. Yeah, I don't know how we've managed to get ourselves into this situation, but genuinely could win the league today. But I urge you to remember, we shouldn't. It doesn't matter if we don't. It's still been a very good season. Hello and welcome to part 37 of Holiday Home. I'm Kevin. Coming up on today's episode, it's kind of all or nothing. We're 7 points off the top of the league with 4 games remaining, but one of those games is against Alicante, who are top of the league, and we play them next. If we beat them, we are absolutely in the race for automatic promotion. If not, we're almost certainly in the playoffs anyway, and we'll probably just jump to the last game of the season. But if we beat Alicante, this could conceivably be a 4-match episode, or we might do 2 episodes, or we'll figure something. I don't really have a plan. We're just going to see what happens with Alicante and figure out a plan from there. Since you were last with me, we have won our 2 intervening matches against Murcia, who were like 2 places below us in the league, and we did it with 10 men. They also went down to 10 men, and we got an 86th and a 91st minute goal. And then we beat Athletic Bilbao B with a 93rd minute goal. You should probably watch the lollujo 2 episode that came out this morning, because they were both emotional moments. But this is what the league table looks like. This is what the run-in looks like. So it's only us and Alicante who are in it, according to the media, which is a little bit weird to exclude Valencia B from the conversation. It does make me wonder if their A team is in danger of relegation and maybe they're not coming up. Or maybe it's because we play Alicante. But either way, we play Alicante next. Our win there puts us 4 points behind them with 3 games to go. We then play Almeria B, who are down in 12th, while Alicante play Villarreal B, who are in 11th. So you would expect us both to win those games. And then we end the season with 2 home games. They end the season with... No, it's the other way around. We play Villarreal. They play Almeria. They end with 2 home games. We end with 2 away games. Either way, we've both got 3 winnable games after this one. So even with a win, I'm not that hopeful. We'd need somebody here to, or a couple of these to do us a favour, which seems unlikely. The only route to automatic promotion seems to be to absolutely knock the stuffing out of them and ruin their confidence. So that is now the new plan. It's not even match day, so I'm going to jump forward to match day. I just wanted to show you that run-in, and I did it with no mistakes as well. And I'll see you on match day. So it is now match day, and this is our team for said match. We are struggling a little bit with fitness to our wide players. We actually played a narrow diamond in the previous match because we were really struggling for wingers, and it wasn't until we went back to a system with wide players in, Rob Harley coming on the left-hand side, then of course grabbing the winner. So we're reverting back to what brought us to the table, our system with wingers, and this is the team. We've got Romero in goal, a back 4 of Zafra, Joffrey, Ivan and Carrington. Alex Boxall at the base of the midfield. Koulibaly and Rabiot ahead of him. Martinez Perez on the left. Fakal on the right, potentially for one of the final times, because as soon as we can't go up, we'd probably bin him off. Although, to be fair, we'd need him for the playoffs. So he's got more games in him yet. And then it's Kevin Carlos up front. Little Kevin Carlos, because Ivan Luis has just fallen off a cliff in the last couple of matches. He's lost all confidence. Little Kev also not exactly scoring for fun at the moment, but Little Kev's not normally around at the business end of the season. It's going to be interesting to see how big his stones are for a situation like this one. If we win, I warn you now, I'm probably going to be quite giddy. I'm going to be very excited. If we don't win, I'm going to be quite sad, even though it is already a season of incredible overachievement. There was no way we were supposed to be in a promotion push. This would be back-to-back promotions and 3 promotions in 4 years if we managed to pull this off. We absolutely should not be doing this. We've got the lowest wage spend in the division by miles. There's no way we should be in with a chance, but we are in with a chance. And now I really, really, really want it, because I do wonder if we'll have this kind of opportunity again next year, because we won't have Fakal. We're well over our wage budget at the moment, so that's going to be a problem. We might not have as strong a team next year, although the youth players are starting to come through, and we have given away a penalty. Romero's been awful since his virus. Can this be the recovery of Romero? It's not. we're 1-0 down. And Alicante, who feel like they've been thorns in our sides right back from the Tier 5 days, when it was their B team who were forever in our way. Their A team now seems to be causing us problems as well. And I think, actually, it becomes mathematically impossible for us to get automatic promotion if we lose to them here, because it will be a 10-point gap with only 3 games to go. But Joffrey is not interested in a 10-point gap with 3 games to go. Joffrey wants to play in the second tier. So he's done a football goal. It's 1-1. Oh, I don't know that my heart can take it. It's such a good header from Joffrey. He had men pressuring him and he's just forced it past the goalkeeper, but now it's up the other end and it's Alicante with a corner of their own. Oh, they've got a man with a mohawk. That feels like cheating. We need to shave one of our boys into a mohawk. They're so overpowered in Football Manager, and that was an even better header than the one Joffrey just scored with. And once again, we are in heartbreak position of not being able to go up automatically. I mean, he had a free header. Unlike Joffrey, who had competition, that was a free header. Easy peasy. It stings a lot that they're doing it with set pieces. They're beating us at our own game. 2-1 down at half time. We've got to turn it around and win the game. Even a draw's not enough. A draw is meaningless to us. It's win or nothing, really. Here's little Kev, the first we've seen of him today, dancing away from his marker, but Mohawk Man is chasing him. Rabiou's in the middle, though. If little Kev can find him, I mean, he's been very selfish there, and in the past, that's worked for him, but Rabiou is in space, and he should have cut it back to him. It's now Rabiou with the corner. He's going to hit that in-swinger, and it goes to that far post where Joffrey was again, but this time he can't keep his header down, and I think we probably bring Ivan Luis on at the hour mark, probably to partner little Kev up front. We're going to go to a 4-2-4, and we've also got to take off Zafra, who's taken an injury, so Russ Eddy is going to come on, and we are going to add a long throw, because why not? I don't even remember how to do it. It's so long since I've added a long throw. Right, only from the left, and it's going to be long throw, and we are going to send Joffrey forward. Forget Joffrey. We're going to put Rabiou in there to flick it on. Joffrey can get up in the mix as well. Confirm that change. Oh, I want to make substitutions as well, because I also want to take off Koulibaly. And we're going to bring on, where is he? Ivan Luis, who's going to play up with little Kev, if we can get them in position. And we've got to go attack him. Half an hour to go. Right. Long throw, anybody? For goodness sake. What is the point? Why do I play this stupid game? Literally the man we're aiming for with the long throw. And we've just taken off a central midfielder we didn't need to take off 12 seconds before. Oh, for goodness sake. Oh, right. Well, then. Lovely stuff. Loving that. So now who's the biggest guy? We don't really have anyone big. Well, it's going to be Alex Boxall who we're aiming for. Let's see what he can do. Right. We try again. We're demanding more. I am so upset that we've just lost Rabiou. Ivan Such. I mean, it's set pieces all round, but I am quite concerned that Rabiou, our captain, our best player, even if we somehow manage to turn this around and beat Alicante, if Rabiou's injured, we're done anyway. He's proper injured, and he's gone off with a red injury. So he probably is big boy real injured. Right, little Kev is coming off. Fred Steveling's going to come on. Fred and Ivan Luis have been forming a little partnership that is starting to look very good. So I have got no qualms at all about bringing him on. And we're going to bring on Rob Harley as well, the heroic goal scorer from the last match. That's all our substitutions done with 25 minutes still to play. But we are bringing on 2 players, 2 of our name in the game boys, 2 of our homegrown boys who have been difference makers in recent matches. There's Ivan Fakal to Luis. And there's the ball over the top. Fred Stiebling is one-on-one with the goalkeeper. Oh, that was a big miss. Little Kev probably scores there, doesn't he? Oh, certainly the little Kev of old scores there. There's Luis flicking on again, looking for Fred, but can't find him. And now, I don't know why we're looking at a highlight, other than maybe we're about to be punished. Joffrey heads it over to Russ Eddy, and now Alex Boxall back to Joffrey again, and the ball is just lumped forward to Luis. And there's Rob Harley, couldn't quite get there ahead of his marker, but Alex Boxall running the midfield for us now. All these homegrown boys we've got in this team. This isn't a homegrown save, but there's so many of them starting to emerge. It is a beautiful thing to see. Every one of them that's got a star next to their name is one of our Name in the Game channel members, and we're absolutely riddled with them, and I love it. But I'd love it even more if these homegrown boys could find a few more moments of magic for us this season, starting with somebody stepping up for a winning goal today. Here's Rossetti. He's got the whole of the pitch to run onto here. Took his time and let a man come across to deal with him. Ball forward. Luis flicks it down to Fred Stiebling, who's through and goal again. No, he's hit the crossbar. He's hit the crossbar. Oh, we've still got 20 minutes of this. I don't know that I can cope. Encourage again, please. Somebody, we need a hero. Not like this. Please and thank you. Alex Boxall heads clear. Come on then. But it's coming back in again. Ivan heads it clear-ish. It doesn't actually get out of the penalty area, so clear is probably not the right word to use there. And Romero has remembered for the first time in weeks that he is allowed to use his hands to touch the football. Russ Eddy probably not going to try his long throw from there, and Boxall plays it across to Ivan. And now Joffrey looking for options ahead of him. He's got time to pick the right pass, and there is the right pass. It's Fred Stiebling through on goal again. This time he scores. Oh, lovely, lovely, lovely. 3-2. Fred Stiebling, only 17 years old, has scored an incredibly important goal for us. We're going to drop back to a positive mentality now. But, I mean, he had 3 bites of this cherry, and the third one, he finds the back of the net. It's Holme 3, Alicante 2. It is on, boys and girls. As it stands right now, we're waiting for the league table to tick over. As it stands right now, I think we're only 4 points behind them with 3 games to play. So we would need them to slip up again. And it's not as if we've knocked them about all over the place and they're going to be feeling wounded off the back of it. They've dominated and we've just had a couple of moments of fortune. But, oh my word, that is a big, big win.
I found this on the way.
Shut up, Siri. I need to go and have a lie down before the next match. Dare we believe? Probably not. That's unfortunate. Rabiou's going to miss it all. What a season. Let's do it again. Well, another week has passed. The sad news is Alicante have already played today and have won comfortably against Almeria. So the task just got that little bit harder. Valencia play after us, so hopefully they'll lose later on in the day. But it does mean we have the opportunity here to go second. We can't go second. We're 4 points behind Valencia. Let's just win our football matches, shall we? All we can do is keep on winning, and we've obviously got to do it without Rabiou, who is going to miss the next 3 weeks. So Koulibaly is going to play as the most advanced of our central midfielders. And how long until we switch to 2 up top? Probably not very. Kevin Carlos, by the way, this close to breaking Ignacio Pearce's club goal-scoring record. So that'd be a nice thing for him to do. If he could turn it back on here. Remember, the last 2 years, we've had to do the run-in without Kevin Carlos. He's always been injured at this time. This year, he's had his injury nice and early. Broke his leg earlier in the season. Never really got back to his best since. But now would be a really nice time. Villarreal are down in the bottom half of the table. They are one of our big local rivals as well. So it would be a lovely team for Kevin Carlos to just go and smack about a bit and give us some confidence. If nothing else, give us some confidence heading into the playoffs. That would do. I mean, it's looking like that's probably what we're going to have to resort to. Alicante can't win another game now from here. If we're going to go up as champions, we need them to drop 4 points in the last 2 matches. So it seems unlikely, the way they've played this season, that they don't win again this season. So we're probably looking at the playoffs. But, you know, wouldn't it be nice to go into the playoffs in fantastic form and maybe win them for once? Wouldn't that be a novelty? Us winning the playoffs. I personally would rather enjoy it. There is little Kev, can't get onto it at all. We've got him under contract for another year on a lot of money as well, which is not ideal. And Joffrey has given away a penalty. And I think if we lose here, I mean, there's no point showing the last two matches. We can't go up. We can't go up automatically if we lose here. Don't think that the episode length is a spoiler either. If we win here, I've already decided that we're going to do the next two episodes tomorrow. The next two matches tomorrow, sorry. Because otherwise the episode length is a spoiler on what happened in the Alicante match, because the only way it would be a big episode is if we beat Alicante. So in order to avoid spoilers, the episode ends after this match. Whatever happens, the difference will be what happens tomorrow. If we lose, it's the playoffs tomorrow. If we win, it'll be these final two league matches. But this will, if it ends like this, stop us from getting into the playoffs. Right, we are taking off somebody to get on Ivan Luis. And that somebody is Donut. Donut is coming off. Ivan Luis is coming on. And we're going to go attack him. And that's the only change we're making for now. Fred will probably come on for little Kev in 10 minutes. Unless little Kev grabs a couple of goals between now and then. Oh, maybe we can convince someone to buy Kevin Carlos off us in the summer, and we can go with Ivan Luis and Fred Stiebling next season. It might not be an issue. We might be in the next league up yet. Remember, regardless of what happens, we're almost certainly in the playoffs. We've got to maintain positivity, even if we do bottle this here, which it looks like we're going to do. We've got to pick ourselves up, dust ourselves off, and go and not embarrass ourselves in the playoffs, please. Yes, make the changes. Now we demand more. And it is Ezra Carrington to Martinez Perez. Cross comes in. Ivan Luis, immediately after coming on, grabs a goal back. It is game on again, boys and girls. 2-1 now. We still need two more goals without reply. But Ivan Luis adds his 23rd of the season, and it's hugely important. Right, we are going to make a couple more changes here. I threatened Fred Stiebling, and on he comes. So Kevin Carlos comes off. Fred Stiebling goes up front to play with his best buddy, Ivan Luis. They always look good together. And we're also going to take off Martinez Perez, and Rob Harley is going to come on. Because, again, he's been so good in this running. Those two boys are on the verge of being starters in the very near future. Carrington back to Romero. Romero lumping it forward, looking for Koulibaly, who's burst out of midfield. Couldn't quite get there, but Rob Harley picks up the scraps. Ivan Luis has dropped deep, which is what he's very best at. And there's Fred Stiebling. And there he is again. Fred Stiebling. Immediately, both him and Ivan Luis have come off the bench and grabbed goals within seconds of being on the pitch. Do we just abandon little Kev now and go with these two for the final two games? Is that mad? Fred Stiebling is in incredible form. 2-2 now. Come on, boys. Have we got enough? A draw's not enough. We still need another. We've come back from 2-0 down, but it won't be enough. Al Starr's going to come on for Alex Boxall, who's shattered. We're also going to bring on Russ Eddy, because Russ Eddy always has heroics in him. If nothing else, he can hit a beauty of a free kick, as we've seen already this season. I hate Romero so much. I just hate him. If we had another goalkeeper, I would sack him right now. Ever since he faked illness, he has just not been the same. He's ruined our season with his incompetence. I mean, in his defence, he is still part-time, as is Ivan Fakal, and both of them have just struggled to go the distance this season. They're the two we couldn't afford to go full-time because they both wanted too much money. Fred Stiebling's in again. It falls to Luis. There's another equaliser. It doesn't really count for a lot unless we've got a 94th minute winner in us, because a draw is not enough. Oh, God. I need to lie down. Well, have we got another one? Is there someone else to step up and be a hero again? No. I don't think that's enough. We'll be 6 points behind with 2 games to go, but I don't think we've got the head-to-head to be able to do it. Which I'm just trying to find out. I mean, the chances of both the teams above us losing both of their matches while we win both of ours are next to 0. Oh, in fact, Valencia lost. Who do Alicante play? Right, Alicante play before we play again. So, in order to decide what is happening tomorrow, we will play that match. And then we'll know what's coming tomorrow. I'll be back for that match. Well, here we go then. Anything other than Alicante losing here, and it is the playoffs for us, which I don't think we've actually guaranteed yet. Have we guaranteed the playoffs yet? We have. So, yeah, if Alicante do anything other than lose here, it is definitely the playoffs, and that will be what tomorrow's episode is. So let's, yep. That's it. We can't go up automatically. So tomorrow will be the playoffs. Goody. If you've enjoyed that, please make sure you leave a nice big thumbs up on there for me. Subscribe to the channel for daily Football Manager videos. Thank you very much for watching.